In the heart of the Middle East, a dangerous conflict between Iran, the United States, and Israel is escalating rapidly. What started as a series of airstrikes and proxy engagements has now exploded into an all-out military confrontation, hundreds of drones and missiles fired, military bases destroyed, and cities on fire. This is the reality of the conflict that could reshape the region. To understand where we are today, we need to look back. For years, tensions between Iran and the West have simmered over issues like Iran's nuclear program, regional influence, and military involvement in neighboring countries like Syria and Iraq. But recent actions have pushed this fragile situation to a breaking point. The latest escalation began with a series of U.S. and Israeli airstrikes on Iranian military infrastructure, including air defense systems, missile depots, and command centers deep inside Iran. These strikes were part of a coordinated campaign to limit Iran's military capabilities and prevent further aggression in the region. But rather than backing down, Iran retaliated forcefully. Iran's government claims it has now hit more than 500 military positions across the region with drones and ballistic missiles, targeting U.S. and Israeli bases in countries like Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE. Iran's retaliation has been swift and devastating, using a combination of drones, ballistic missiles, and other advanced weaponry. Iran has targeted a wide range of military and strategic sites. These strikes have taken out key installations in the Gulf states, including airfields, missile defense systems, and oil infrastructure. The violence is not confined to Iran's borders. The entire region is now feeling the effects, with missile and drone exchanges impacting not just military sites, but civilian infrastructure as well. Cities are in chaos, energy facilities are targeted, and economies are teetering on the edge. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Lebanon are caught in the crossfire as international airstrikes and retaliations continue. This war has left a heavy toll on innocent civilians, with airstrikes and missile damage being reported on both sides as global powers look on. The prospect of a larger regional conflict looms larger by the day. International reactions have been mixed. The United States and Israel have doubled down on their military strategies, while countries like Russia and China have voiced concerns over the escalating violence. The United Nations has called for an immediate ceasefire, but with both sides heavily entrenched. Diplomacy seems far off. Countries around the world are calling for an end to the violence. But for now, the Middle East is becoming a battleground for a much larger global struggle. As the war rages on, the human cost continues to rise. Thousands are dead or wounded, with both military personnel and civilians paying the price for a conflict they have little control over. Cities are being flattened, and entire families are forced to flee their homes. The humanitarian crisis is unfolding in real time, with critical medical supplies in short supply and large portions of the population displaced. The future for many in the region is uncertain, with both Iran and the U.S. locked in a deadly struggle. What happens next could determine the future of the region. Will there be a diplomatic breakthrough, or are we witnessing the early stages of a broader, even more destructive war? As global powers continue to intervene, the stakes couldn't be higher. The world waits for what comes next. Will this conflict spiral out of control, or is there still hope for peace in the region? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: the Middle East will never be the same.